Welcome back to the Sharaba V Tarot channel. I am your host. Before I begin, I want to give a special shout out to Eat, Read, Love, a constant beacon of clarity, intuitive guidance, and companionship. My readings are based on your sidereal, Vedic, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These differ ever so slightly from traditional tropical signs. Today we unveil the Universal Monster deck as we move through the hallways, passages towards various destinations in life. We often become monsters or deal with monsters along the way. This reading is designed and tailored to reveal which monsters stand in front of you. I am a servant of the great work, not its master. If you find my reading helpful, donate or visit the website nobabyblisters.org or ebresearchnetwork.org. All proceeds go towards bandages, pain medication, and surgical fees for children or young adults who grapple with internal and external blistering. Hugs should not hurt. If you need further assistance or more in-depth reading, check the description box. Today we focus on the air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. We will finish today's reading with Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Let us begin. First up, we have our Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Aquarius. First card out, Cups. So we have the Eight of Cups. With the Eight of Cups, this is representing moving on, leaving behind. Someone has broken out of a shell. You could be experiencing a unexpected breakup. This is the settling of the sand. Be wary of not looking back on the good times that were shared and focusing on why the situation ended. There's been something that has come to a conclusion, and as you can see, it's kind of a broken vase or broken pot here. Someone has found something that quenches their current thirst, or there have been just a shifting of feelings away from a current situation. And just like plants have to go through that moment that they puncture through the land to begin to form into the flowers, plants, or trees that they are, It is not always a comfortable process, but this is a card of moving on. So you are probably experiencing an emotional shift, and either you or the one that you are entangled with is going through emotional transformation. Next, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands. So, the King of Wands energy is very stern. It's about dazzling the charisma. You're grabbing attention, really stepping into a leadership roles, sharing your expertise. And as you can kind of see in this depiction, the King of Wands has this candle and he is guiding you ahead along the way. Along with this King of Wands guiding you, you can kind of see he is also showing concern. He isn't just plummeting forward without caring about the people behind them, but he is definitely taking a moment to survey you and make sure that you are all right, making sure that you are emotionally stable enough to continue the journey. This King of Wands is very enthralling. And as you can see, he's a very disciplined type. The hat on his head represents that he's a very disciplined individual. And although he is taking this moment to check on you, he fully intends to follow this candle and will pull you along as he moves forward. Temperance. Temperance. So temperance, you could be dealing with someone who has heavy Sagittarius energy, and once they set their sights on something, as you can kind of see, he is looking at this wolf head on this staff or this cane. Temperance is meant to be a card of balance. The only way temperance is out of balance is if you become fixated too far onto one outcome. You must remember that life is not 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do about it. You have to leave the outcomes, especially being an Aquarius. Remember that the pot of water, or being intertwined with the water bearer, you might pour the water one way, but it is not up to you to say if the water lands in a river, to say if it lands in a lake, to say if it's lost in the ocean. Whatever you are pouring your emotions forward into, my Aquarius, be sure that you focus on the inputs and not the outputs, which are out of our control. Next, we move forward into Gemini. Twins. Also, it is Gemini season right around the corner. The sun is in Gemini. With that being said, happy birthday to my Geminis as well. The Knight of Candles. Knight of Candles. This Knight of Candles is equivalent to the Knight of Wands. You are aware of the challenges that you face, yet you push forward. Intense focus with no regard for consequence. Embrace the zeal, but plan out both the upside and downsides of the coming chapters. As you can see, this man in this picture, he's opening a sarcophagus. He's opening up what he believes to be treasure. On the flip side, every journey that we embark on is not going to be filled with happy feelings. And sometimes what we open up is unexpected disappointments. But with this Knight of Wands card, the mind is already made up. Gemini, you know what you want to go for, and you feel like it will bring a sense of fulfillment. Just make sure that your expectations are not set so high that it is inevitable that you reach disappointment. Be sure not to become so emotionally involved in the outcome of this new endeavor. Bright-eyed Page of Candles. This is enthusiastic. This is celebration. This is intrigue. You have high energy and potential, yet you may not possess the solid footing required to bring your ideas to reality. Something has caught your eyes. You can kind of see the intense look in her eyes. Whatever it is, be it a material possession, be it a person, be it a position, it has captured your eyes, and you are currently doing a waltz and getting enthralled into the dance of life and what could be. This is really taking an optimistic view, but the drawback of the Page of Wands is this enthusiasm and optimism is very hard to catch up with. It is very hard for things or people to actually meet the expectations that you are putting on them. The higher you put someone up on a pedestal, the quicker the fall happens. Two of Claws. So the Two of Claws. Claws are, in this sense, a stalemate. It's uncertainty. As you can see, there is two sharp claws and two dull claws in the background. A decision has to be made, and it could be greatly beneficial or detrimental to the goal or destination that you seek to move towards. Seeking advice during this time moves you to what is expected of you rather than making a decision that brings fulfillment. You need to make sure that when you are ready to move forward with the stalemate, make sure that you make the decision that will bring you emotional fulfillment, not the what if, or not the what will so and so think about me, how will this make the other person feel. When it comes to the Two of Claws, you have to do what satiates the monster within yourself. And you can kind of see that the way this claw is facing, it is facing almost back towards the monster in the picture, in this case being you yourself. Make sure you are making the emotionally satisfy your emotions and not the title or status that you hold. Satisfy yourself. We conclude the air sign readings with Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Libra. We have the Knight of Wands. There's something you have your eyes on. There's something you have your eyes on as well, Libra. You're not, as the cardinal air sign, Libras are in their head the judge, jury, and the plaintiff. What this means for you, this Knight of Wands is a little bit different from what the Aquarius, because Aquarius is more focused on what they were putting their emotions into. You know how you want this situation to end out, and you are at the I want what I want moment with the situation, a material possession. You have made up your mind and you push forward with reckless abandon. You don't even care if it disappoints you. You are still going to find a way to apply how you want this situation to turn out. You could also be dealing with someone who has heavy fire in their chart. So a Sagittarius, Leo, or the cardinal flame. With that being said, when dealing with the flame, it can bring warmth or it can scorch the absolute shit out of you. Be sure that when you are dealing with this individual, do not get lost in the glow of what could be and scrutinize how you actually want to be treated instead of just focusing on the fact that you want to land in this situation. What do you expect to gain, or what do you expect to have from this situation is equally as beneficial as just landing the title or the status that you are seeking, Libra. The Knight of Claws. The Knight of Claws. There is something headed towards you at very rapid speed. This is skillfulness, a level of assertiveness, a level of admiration for your communicative skills. Your words are echoing in a positive way with individuals around you. If you've given advice to a loved one, it is resonating with you. It is resonating with them. You see how this is an intense look. This intense look that the character has in this is from someone who has seen both the good and bad outcomes of life. And the advice that you have given or received is definitely helped to nurture the connection. It's coming from a place of nurturing and not negative. Sometimes people give us advice and it isn't to our benefit, but whatever advice you have given or received, my Libras, it is coming from a place of nurturing, and it is advice. It is sound advice that if you follow, you will be better for it. The Devil card. The Devil card, represented by 15, often denoted with obsession. It is heavy Plutonian energy. It could lead to unhealthy habits. It could lead to, or you already could be in unhealthy habits. And when Libras get stuck in the devil energy, it really is terrible, because there's this blurred line between fantasy and the realm that we walk, talk, and breathe in. Making sure that we're keeping a realistic view is highly important when dealing with this Devil card. because as you can see, this devil up front she's convincing. She's very convincing. She's in your face, and even just looking at her on this card, there is a sense of comfort. But all the way in the back, there's one that doesn't have eyes. There, that is the voice of reason that is getting lost from what stands in front of you. What the crowd, this second one in between, the person right in front of you, the actual person dealing with the situation. The voice of intuition, the reason why you can't see your eyes up here, is the crowd, which doesn't have a realistic view of the situation, because you, from outside looking in, you cannot get a view of the actual situation. So be very wary when dealing with this devil card. It is full of highly enticing, almost addictive, enthralling energy, which feels good for a time, but the laws of gravity have to take place. What goes up must come down. When they go down, it is better to recognize when you have fallen or when things did not turn out your way, rather than continuing to indulge. It won't be good for you. Before we move any further, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, so I give heartfelt appreciation. If you find this reading helpful, I ask that you donate to nobabyblisters.org or ebresearchnetwork.org. All proceeds go towards children or young adults whom suffer from excruciating blisters, both internal and external. Hugs should not hurt. If you need a more profound reading, there is a number in the description box. Feel free to reach out. We conclude today's reading with the water signs. The water signs: Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. We begin with Pisces. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. This is pressure, guilt, or depression. This is an internal feeling. Looks like you've been trying to pull the wool over someone's eyes, or there has been something you've been getting away with. Or on the other hand, you could be getting ready to go to Michael Myers mode. And this might not be literal murder, but you could really be preparing to hurt some feelings. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when doth do deceive. This does have an element of paranoia to it. This situation, you are about to go from zero to hell hath no fury like you in a matter of minutes. This has been something that you have been mulling over in your head. And honestly, you've already convinced yourself to go into defensive mode. You have your mode of attack, what you want to do, what outcome you want to bring. But honestly, your fears are unfounded. But either way, now is not the time to get to the bottom of the situation. If you are about to slash tires, do not give up the mission. Abort the mission. You do not have enough evidence to support your emotional stance in the situation. And if you move too hastily, this will backfire on you, Mr. or Miss Michael Myers. Take a step back and allow the situation to develop a little more. More determination energy. The Knight of Wands has come up for Aquarius, Libra, and again with you, Pisces. This is high level of determination. But for you all, it is not if the situation is going to come out good or bad. It is how delicately you are removing the casing of the sarcophagus this time. It is if you are just brutally or pushing the top off of the sarcophagus and waking the mummy inside, or if you are delicately, gently moving the top off of the coffin or sarcophagus to the point where you don't wake what's inside it. Those are the only two options right now, because you've already made up your mind that whatever you have your eyes set on, you're going to take action towards it, be it one way or the other. The only suggestion I have is to embrace the zeal. We understand the passion, but on the flip side, now is not the time to take abrupt action. I would definitely ease towards your goal instead of rush towards it. Pisces. You also have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Castles. In this case, this is good fortune, contentment, comfort. You will feel like Snoop Dogg on those Corona commercials. Making great investments has allowed you to kick your feet up. Either this, or you may have just squandered an opportunity. The only way you will not reap this nice stern. It's a castle. It is a castle so strong that even if the lightning hit it, nothing would come off. This is the opposite of a tower moment. This is you building your stability to the point where even if unexpected situations or unexpected thorns were to take place in the situation, you're prepared to handle them head on with minimal losses. Next, we move into the cardinal sign, the cardinal water sign of Cancer. Let's see if our surfer is getting crushed by the waves. Let's see if our surfer is gently riding the waves or genuinely just mad at the surfboard itself. 10 of Pentacles. This is the castle in the sky. This is luxury in and of itself. This is security at your fingertips and in the home. Either your finances are sitting pretty or there are legal disputes or debts with the family that need to be squared away. There could be an unclear view of the situation. For example, you are the only person who spends 24/7 with yourself. If you have borrowed money from someone and they see you living it up, having a good time, you go to the club, you do your usual routine, this person fully expects to pay you back just from their perspective. They may feel they have caught you spending money somewhere and they want their just desserts because you really needed it when you got it from them. And it seems, whether this is factual or not, to have gotten in a better position financially. When or if they approach you to pay them back, I would not brush it off. I would at least acknowledge the situation or share details on why now may not be the best time for you, because it looks like you got it going on from their perspective. This could create an enemy where a really true enemy where that it's just not good to create situations where people want to have it out for you or want to search for ways to get back at you, especially in situations that could be avoided. Sun Tzu says the best war fought is the war not fought at all. Page of Claws. Page of Claws. As you can see in this card, there is a little bit of surprise in store for you, but you need to roll with the punches. Change is approaching. As this man becomes its discovery, the puzzle becoming clearer but not yet completely clear. Whatever is top of mind requires a wait and see approach. As this man was walking through the desert, he stumbles upon an artifact. This artifact, more than likely, he was not searching for the arm of the mummy ahead of him. Yet there's some hope because, hey, we found a piece of what we were looking for. We were hoping to locate the spine, the head, the back, the other parts of the skeleton, or the whole skeleton together. You have not gotten to that point yet. There is still some investigating or research that needs to be done in this situation. Although you have found a clue, Scooby Doo, you are not ready to unmask the culprit just yet. On the bright side, this is the Two of Wands. The Two of Candles means take action, because either way, in this situation, you are going to come out on top. The Two of Wands is less a card of analyzation. It is less a card of and more of a card of, if you shrug your shoulders and go left or right, you will end up where you were supposed to be regardless. The only card that can ruin, the only perspective viewpoint that can ruin the Two of Wands is analyzation by paralyzation. The only weakness and downside of the Two of Wands is standing in place instead of taking action, my Cancers. We conclude today's reading with the fixed water sign, the 8th house. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. This is kind of funny. It looks like this Wolfman has had an idea. This brain in front of them means that there's been something that you are bringing to fruition. And the Page of Pentacles is the beginning of stability, new beginnings, good financial news, or unexpected blessings. Either you are making it or you're spending it. If you've had an uptick in bills and your spending money has taken a hit, take a moment to hone in on ways to bring more income to exceed your monthly spending. Or if you've been shy about reaching out to your boo for money, I would not rule that option out. This may be a big deal, but this person actually is willing to help you and not throw it up in your face again. I will repeat this for the listeners in the back. For my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio placements, if you have a significant other, it is all right to reach out. They do not mind helping you. Or if your expenses have gone up, take a step back and find a medium to long term solution rather than just going along to make it another week. Also, I want to point out where this person's eyes is in this situation. Although the solution is in their hand, they are looking ahead, left, right. Their eyes, the solution is right in front of them, yet they look elsewhere. The Tower moment. This is a feeling of heavy loss or reckoning. You could be, also, this could be linked to your solar plexus chakra. The Tower moment was what happens after the Devil card. After you've been in a situation, after you've been going along to get along for so long, there is reckoning. And unlike the Ten of Pentacles, when lightning strikes the castle and it hardly moves, with this Tower moment, it's going to strike and there will be destructions. There will be significant, uncomfortable, downright painful experiences or changes ahead of you. This is for your betterment. Tough times don't last, tough people do, but I would definitely brace yourself. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. Skill training, fulfillment work. This could be misuse of skill. You are either entrenched where you should be in this moment or completely out of place. The Eight of Pentacles, you could also be dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. But this is about positioning. Are you the cheerleader at the top of the pyramid, or should you be the backbone of the group? If you feel out of place, it's not too late to find where you fit into this situation. It looks like this person is really looking up towards the castle as if they will feel more comfortable. But this is more along the lines of possibilities. This concludes our reading for today. I will rejoin you all midweek to conclude with the earth signs and the fire signs.